She left the cabin at 3 a.m. just to clear her mind. She came back changed. One night, one stranger, one mistake. 2 months later, a baby in her husband's arms. That wasn't his. Could you forgive that? One night by the fire. What happens when one night changes your entire life? Anna and Max seemed like the perfect couple until a single mistake created a secret that almost destroyed their family. This is a story of a moment of weakness, years of lies, and an unbelievable act of forgiveness. Anna and Max had been married for 8 years. From the outside, their life looked flawless. Max, a successful architect. Anna, a talented interior designer. A beautiful apartment in a modern high-rise overlooking the lake in a large American city. But behind the polished surface, a crack was growing day by day. Max was completely absorbed in a massive new project. He spent nights over blueprints, weekends in meetings with clients. Anna slowly began to feel invisible in her own home. "Maybe we could go away for the weekend. Just the two of us?" she asked one evening as Max once again stared into his laptop. "Anna, it's impossible right now. I'll finish this project in a month, then I'll take time off. I promise," he replied without looking up. But Anna knew. After this project, there would be another, and another, and another. So when Max finally agreed to a weekend trip to a small cabin by a remote lake, Anna felt hope spark again. Maybe this was their chance to find each other again. They arrived at the lake on Friday evening. The cabin was cozy, the view of the water mesmerizing. But the magic faded quickly. On the opposite shore, another group was camping. Loud music, laughter, a crackling fire. It irritated Max instantly. "Perfect. We come here to relax and there's a party across the lake," he muttered, closing the windows. "Max, come on. Let people have fun." Anna tried to soften the mood. "That's easy for you to say. You're not working 80 hours a week," he snapped. The words hit hard. Anna fell silent. Dinner passed in heavy tension. Max went to bed early, turning his back to her. Anna lay awake, listening to the distant music. A hollow emptiness spread in her chest. When did this happen? When did they become strangers sharing the same home? At 3 in the morning, she couldn't take it anymore. She threw on a cardigan and stepped outside. The music had stopped. The fire on the opposite shore was almost burned down. She sat by the glowing embers near the water, staring at the dark lake. "Can't sleep." Anna startled. A man stepped out of the shadows. Early 30s, light hair, kind eyes. "Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. I'm Dennis. My friends and I are camping across the lake." He nodded toward the dark shore. "They're asleep. I can't sleep either." "Anna," she introduced herself. They started talking. Dennis was a travel photographer. He spoke about distant places, adventures, people he had met. His eyes lit up when he talked about his work. And Anna caught herself thinking, how long had it been since Max looked at her like that, with genuine interest, with warmth? "Are you here with family?" Dennis asked. "With my husband," Anna said quietly. "We had a fight." "I understand. It happens." His voice held no judgment, only quiet empathy. They sat in silence, watching the dying fire. Dennis added more wood. The flames rose brighter. In that firelight, in that night, in the presence of a stranger who listened to her the way her husband hadn't in years. Something inside Anna broke. When Dennis touched her hand, she didn't pull away. When he leaned closer, she closed her eyes. What happened next, beneath the stars by the fire, was impulse, desperation, an escape from loneliness. Later, Anna walked back to the cabin in silence. Max was asleep. He never noticed she was gone. Anna lay beside him, and tears rolled down her cheeks. What have I done? In the morning, the opposite shore was empty. Dennis and his friends had left early. Anna felt relief and a strange emptiness. The rest of the weekend passed tensely. On the drive home, Max finally spoke. "I'm sorry. I was rude. I've just been exhausted. Maybe in a couple of weeks we'll come back and really rest this time?" Anna nodded, unable to speak. Guilt was tightening around her chest. In the following weeks, she tried to forget that night. She buried herself in work, tried to be especially caring toward Max. Max seemed pleased. The trip appeared to have helped. But 2 months later, Anna noticed strange symptoms. Morning nausea, fatigue, a missed period. No, impossible. The test showed 2 lines: pregnant. Panic crashed over her. She counted the days in her head. The night by the lake had been during her fertile window. And with Max, they hadn't been intimate for weeks before the trip. And not after. He had been too busy. "Sweetheart, this is incredible!" Max was ecstatic when she told him. "I've wanted to be a father for so long. Thank you." His joy cut her like a knife. Anna smiled and hugged him, but inside, terror tightened her throat. She didn't know whose child it was. The pregnancy was difficult, not physically, but mentally. Every ultrasound, every time Max touched her belly, a torture. Still, she hoped. Maybe it's his child. Maybe everything will be okay. Little Lisa was born on a cold November morning. Max cried with happiness as he held his daughter. But within weeks, strange details appeared. Max and Anna both had brown eyes. Lisa's were bright blue. "My grandmother had blue eyes," Anna said quickly. Max nodded, but his gaze became thoughtful. Then the hair. Max and Anna, dark and straight. Lisa's began growing light blonde, slightly curly. "Genetics is weird," Max joked, but his smile didn't reach his eyes. Anna saw the growing doubt in how he looked at the baby. She tried to convince herself, babies often change as they grow. But when Lisa was 3 months old, Max came home with a serious expression. "Anna, we need to talk." Her heart dropped. "I did a DNA test." His voice shook. "I'm not Lisa's father." The world collapsed. Anna opened her mouth. No words came. "When?" Max asked quietly. "When did it happen?" She couldn't look into his eyes. "At the lake. That night we fought. I met someone by the fire. It was only once. Only that night." "Max, I'm sorry." "Only once?" His voice cracked. "And that was enough to destroy our family?" 8 years, Anna. 8 years." He grabbed his jacket and left, slamming the door. Anna collapsed onto the couch, sobbing. Lisa cried in her crib, as if sensing her mother's despair. The following days were hell. Max didn't return home, only short texts. "I'm alive. I need time." Anna didn't eat, didn't sleep. She imagined divorce, court battles, Lisa growing up knowing she was the reason the family broke apart. A week later, Max returned. He looked exhausted. "I've been thinking," he said, sitting across from her. "I'm angry. I feel betrayed. But I'm also guilty." Anna raised tear-filled eyes. "I forgot about you, about us. I was so consumed by work that I didn't see your loneliness. I pushed you toward this." "No, Max, that doesn't justify—" "Listen," he took her hands. "I can't promise I'll forget everything immediately. I need therapy. We need therapy. But when I held Lisa in the hospital, I became her father. Not biologically, but here." He placed a hand on his heart. "She isn't guilty for our mistakes? You'll stay?" "I'll stay, but only if we both change. I don't want to be the husband who loses you again." Anna threw herself into his arms, crying. The path to healing was long. Therapy, honest conversations, reopening wounds hidden for years. 2 years later, Lisa takes her first steps. Max holds a camera, filming as Anna helps their daughter walk. "Come on, sunshine, to daddy." Max lifts Lisa, spinning her in the air. Her blonde curls fly, her blue eyes sparkle. Anna watches them, tears filling her eyes. Not from pain, from gratitude, for forgiveness, for a second chance, for a husband who proved to be greater than biology, stronger than resentment. "I love you," Anna says. Max turns, Lisa in his arms, smiling. "We love you too. Right, Lisa?" The little girl reaches for her mother, and in that moment, they are a family again. Sometimes one mistake can cost everything, but sometimes forgiveness is stronger than pain. Anna and Max's story teaches us, family is not only blood. Family is the choice to love, no matter what. Could you forgive something like this? Write your answer in the comments. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new stories of love, betrayal, and forgiveness. See you in the next video.